I'm about to do a 5-minute blind drawing of the type that I want you to do. And I'm going to give you the instructions first, and you can sort of watch me in action here. I'm doing a voiceover later, of course, because the most important instruction of all is that you must focus entirely on your hand as you draw. You're going to be doing a drawing of your hand, your left hand if you're right-handed, or vice versa. And during the 5 minutes of this drawing, I want you to look at, and if possible, think about nothing but your hand. That means you won't be able to look at your paper, of course, and that's why we're calling it a blind drawing. In fact, it's probably a misnomer to really call this a drawing by most people's definitions, because you're not going to end up with something that really looks like a drawing of your hand if you never look at your paper and you draw for 5 minutes like this. You're going to end up with something that's more like an EKG or something like that, kind of a record of a physical process. This will be the record of you looking at and responding to your hand. And what I'd like you to do as you do this for 5 minutes, first of all, if you've ever done a blind drawing before, you may have been told that you're not allowed to lift your pen or your pencil. Not on this one. You can lift it wherever you want, because really what I care about on this one is that you feel as if you're drawing on your own skin. So I want you to slow down your tempo, because you wouldn't draw on your own skin with a real rapid slashing gesture, right? I want you to draw about as fast as you would draw if you were maybe brushing on a henna decoration on your hand, right? You're not doing that, of course, although I suppose you could, but you're describing the curves, the wrinkles, the forms, every little divot, every little swelling, every little bone that you see. You're just letting your pen slide into them and explore them in any direction that you want to. You don't care at all what this drawing looks like. What you want to do is feel that pen touching your skin. You can start anywhere. You can move at any time to another place on your hand. I don't even care if you turn your hand around and work on the front and the back of it, although I didn't here, but I can't think of any reason why you couldn't. What I want you to ask yourself over and over as you do this drawing is, can I feel that pen touching my skin? Now, this would be an imaginary feeling, right? But when you're drawing and painting, your imagination is the most powerful tool you've got, right? We're going to stretch it on this assignment and hopefully get you to the place where your skin and the paper feel like almost the same thing, so that you can almost feel those forms, those volumes, those swellings and wrinkles under your pen as you draw it across the paper. Now, you are welcome to fast forward through the rest of this movie. This really is 5 minutes long because I wanted you to see that it's possible to focus like this for 5 minutes without looking or giving your attention to anything but the object you're drawing. I think it's easiest to do this on a part of your own body first, but the point, of course, will be someday to be able to do it with everything that you draw, to be able to find it in the paper and stroke your pen or your pencil or your charcoal over it. These lines that I'm making, you'll notice some of them seem to be, it's very hard to follow them, of course, because this drawing looks like a ball of yarn that a kitten's been playing with, but you'll see in some places that you can identify the edge of a thumb or a finger. Some of these are edge contours. Many of them are what we call cross contours. These are contours that I made up. They weren't really there. They were just the record of me moving my pen over the flesh.